Hello, everyone. Today, let's talk about ChatGPT 4o, which the O stands for Omni, I discovered, and how it is so much better for writing novels, stories, really anything you want to write, especially creative writing, but for other types of writing too. Let's get into it. O, or for Omni, is the newest model. You have to have, I believe, the paid Pro Plus plan. Say that 5 times fast. You have to have that to get into this model, to have access to it, because I also use a free plan with my other work, and I don't have access to this yet. With that said, this is why I think ChatGPT 4o is so much better for writing novels. There's a couple different reasons. One is because you have this function called memory. Let's go to settings, go to personalization, and you see memory. In memory, you can put things like I'm a romance author, a horror author, a mystery author, and ChatGPT will remember that. You can manage it. This is just going to show you what the memory is that you've already entered or ChatGPT has remembered about you. But you can also delete things, clear the whole memory. I just cleared it just to show you what this is like. But other things you can do with memory that I think are pretty cool. You could put your outline in memory. You could put the last scene or scenes in memory. You can put character profiles in memory. There's a lot that you could put into memory to help ChatGPT remember the story and the context of the story, the greater context, so that you can write a more cohesive story. You could say something like, I am a mystery novelist who writes a series about Eric Shooter, a reincarnated serial killer who is trying to stop himself from the endless cycle of death and rebirth, which is actually true. I have 2 books in the series. I really need to finish the 3rd book. And all you have to do is say, please add this to your memory. And guess what? ChatGPT will say, memory updated. And here is your memory. You can manage your memory. You can change it, delete it, whatever. And you could just ask ChatGPT what you want it to remember. But you could also add other things. Let me show you that. I created a quick outline that I'm now going to add to the memory. I'm just going to ask ChatGPT, please add this outline to memory. And ChatGPT will do the memory update and see it has the whole outline there. And that is fantastic. That's going to allow us and ChatGPT to reference this outline. You can add, like I said, character profiles, anything else that you wanted ChatGPT to remember as you write your novel. When you are finished with your novel, like completely finished, revised, edited, probably ready to be published, then you probably want to go back and copy and save all that memory to a Word document or a Google Doc, and then clear it out of ChatGPT memory. Just know that anytime you use ChatGPT, it's going to reference those memories. So make sure that you want to do that. Anytime you don't want to do that, you'll probably need to either use another account or clear the memory. This is very helpful if you're going to be working on a novel. And that's just one of the reasons why ChatGPT 4o is so good at writing stories and novels. Here's another reason. I'm really excited to show you this part. First of all, I said awesome to ChatGPT. Now, please write the first bullet point in the introduction chapter based on the outline, just to show you what that is. It's right up here. I said, I just want to write this first one. Now, I probably wouldn't want this first bullet to be quite this long, but you could. And one of the, as you probably know, if you use any of these AI tools, one of the biggest problems and obstacles has been the length of content that it will create in one go. It started with like 300 words, and it became about 500 to 600 words. And that was a long time where ChatGPT would only give you about 500 or 600 words. Sometime in the last couple months, it extended to 700. Sometimes I could get 800 in a rare occurrence. With ChatGPT 4o, you can now say, I want that first bullet point to be 300 words, 800 words, 1,000 words, 1,500 words. And in a moment, I'm going to test out to see if I can get up to 2,000 words. I haven't even tested that yet, but I'm saying right now, I want the first bullet point to be 1,500 words. And look at what we got. We got all of this in one go. That's going to make writing your novel faster, more cohesively, just so much easier, especially combined with the memory function. I'm highlighting it right now just to show you. Let's highlight all of it to show you the exact word count that we got. We're going to do that, and I'm going to show you with my little word counter plus free Chrome extension. Look, we got 1,558 words in one go. It was super easy. The writing is, I would say, pretty good. Even with this basic outline, we get content like Eric Shooter sat in his dimly lit apartment, the city outside the window alive with the usual hum of nighttime activity, the constant chatter of distant voices, the rumble of passing cars, and the occasional wail of a siren formed an unbroken symphony that had grown accustomed to over countless lifetimes. Yet tonight, A strange sense of unease gnawed at the edges of his consciousness. That's a pretty good opening. It would certainly make me want to keep reading the next paragraph. And then it goes through and talks about the town and stuff that we put into the premise and the outline. It goes all the way down here to sort of like cliffhanger. Eric Shooter was ready to confront his destiny. And that would, again, make me want to read more. So I really like this. And this longer content paired with the memory, such a game changer for writing novels. Let's do 2 more tests. Let's try to get 2,000 words. Okay, I've asked for 2,000 words in the second bullet of the introduction. Again, this is probably too long for an introduction, but just gives you a sense of how you can manipulate the length of the story. I've asked for 2,000 words, and I said I want to include in this part the tension of Eric feeling like he's being followed and watched throughout this section of the novel. I just want to show you again what you can do to sort of subtly or not so subtly adjust the writing as we go forward. Okay, so Eric Shooter's sense of unease had been growing steadily over the past few weeks. It began with a single cryptic message clipped under his door, a scrap of paper bearing an ancient symbol of the words of the town. So we're doing some summary here. He sat in his apartment, the latest message spread on the table in front of him. It was written on the aged parchment. His thoughts were interrupted by a sudden noise outside his window. He looked up, heart pounding. The feeling of being watched had been intensifying lately, an invisible presence that seemed to follow him everywhere. He moved to the window, peering through the blinds. The street below was empty. Still, he couldn't shake the feeling that he was being observed. Okay, it's adding in what I wanted. We have things continuing down here. We're going all the way down here. We're going to continue generating probably to get the 2,000 words. So I wonder what it was before the continue generating. That's kind of what I wanted to know, but clicking continue generating isn't too bad. Let's see if I can find that same exact spot. I don't know that I can. I don't know how long it was. So we're going to go up here. Let's go up here, see how long this is. So this already is 1,500 words. So we're definitely going to be to our 2,000. That is pretty awesome. And only I had to do click continue generating once. All right, do the word counter. We're at 2,300 words. That's amazing. See how good this is for writing novels and stories? That's crazy. Okay, let's do an image. I've asked for an image, and there's lots of different ways to prompt an image, and I certainly don't think that I have necessarily the best way, and I'd say it's pretty good. This is not how I envision Eric Shooter to look, but it's not bad. It shows him with the map, dark-haired. He's in the city, dark apartment. It's not bad at all. And you can see how ChatGPT 4o is giving some really cool images. I like the shadows, and it certainly captures the tone and essence of the first 2 sections of the novel. You can regenerate this. You can regenerate the content and the images. You can ask for images in any kind of style and different colors, and then you can edit the images even after you have one that you mostly like. If there's something in the image you don't like, you can edit it. This is cool for, you can create book covers, you can create images in your novel, you can create all kinds of things. This is closer to what I think he might look like, and I like this dark city street. This is giving me Jack the Ripper vibes, which is cool because there is a connection with Jack the Ripper in my novels. I like that. You can play around with this. Check out ChatGPT-4o Omni. If you haven't already, I think it's more than worth it to get the paid plan. It's still like $20 a month. And you can do so much with this, with the memory, with the length of the content, with the images. It's really cool for writing novels and stories of any kind. I hope you've enjoyed this. Check out the next video that's coming up on the screen. Let me know in the comments what you think about these new features of ChatGPT 4o. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe. I'll see you at the next video.